YouTube, what it is. I'm back. Week number 2 of the 2004-2005 Rams season. It's a franchise mode, but I'm not sure how far I'm going to go. I got Kurt Warner, and I gave away Bulger to the Giants. So we won the first week, all on all on default all-pro settings and default injuries and penalties, and I changed all that. I'm going to show you what I did. So here are the standings. Here looks like the Bears are doing well. Vikings, Packers, Eagles, Falcons, Buccaneers. You know, it's one game in. Ravens, Jets, Bills. Patriots are on the bottom there, which I like. Raiders, Chargers, Colts, and Titans. Right, so let's look at the stats real quick. I want to show you guys, because I want to keep tweaking this stuff. So the highest pass stats were 369. I noticed that I had the simulation 1 minute less than my games were running. I was running at 6 minutes on that first game, and they ran at 5. Stats don't really look that bad though, but I went ahead and fixed that, and now everybody's running at the 6 minute mark. Rushing though, I have crazy numbers here. I'm still, I'm like 52 yards ahead of the second team. And so I did some tweaks to the, I want to see interceptions too, actually. I did some tweaks to the sliders, right? And I don't know if it's going to show me interceptions or just turnovers, but there are 4. That's a lot, man. 4 in a game for 3 teams, and then 3 for 4 teams, and then 2 for 4. That's a lot of turnovers. So I went ahead and adjusted the sliders. I'm going to show you those real quick because I want to do that. I thought I'd wait a few games, but I already know that there are things that need to be fixed. So I just tuned down. So Legend, right? Legend brings it down, and then so like the lower it is means the worse the worse you are, right? But even like fatigue and stuff. So fatigue, the lower you go, I believe, the faster you deplete fatigue, right? So I went ahead and I switched it from what was on All Pro, which looked like that, all the way down to my own custom. So I tweaked the blocking a little bit. I want the running to be a little bit less powerful, and I want the passing on the CPU side to be a little bit less, because they passed all over me. They caught everything, they passed everything. So I brought it down about 5 notches or so there. And then the injuries I bumped up. I want more injuries, I want more fumbles, I want less interceptions. So there you go there. And then the penalties, I have them all the way up for everything and all on, so we're good to go. So let's go ahead and get this game started. I tried to trade this dude because his catching is just horrendous for me. I didn't like the way he was catching in that game. I'm going to try to give him a second chance. His catching is at 63, this guy here, but nobody really wants him. If I try to go around the league and I try to see if people want him, there's nobody out there that really wants him, especially somebody that's higher up. And I don't understand, like, why nobody wants this dude. But, whoops, I switched it around, sorry. But if I put him in here and I try to switch to different teams, nobody wants this guy. I can go to almost any team. If I can stop pressing that button, I can go to almost every team. And yeah, I'm picking some of the best players, but even like this trash player, they don't want him. So you have to find a team that actually that has interest, And I can't seem to. Antonio Gates, that's a great player if I can pick him up. Nobody knew at the time. It's only his second year. From what I saw here, let's see. Yeah, this is his second year in the league, so they didn't know what they had, right? I know what they have, but his catching's at a 67. So when I look at my guys catching, if I go back to whatever his name is, I don't know his name, Brandon Manu Malauna. So he's a tight end. He's 63. Catching, but so whatever. He's not horrible. I'm gonna give him another shot. see where we go. Let's go ahead and start this game and get it rolling. Playing against the Falcons, and the Falcons, I believe, are 1-0. I like the old uniform, so I'm going to roll with them. And then that looks good to me. Let's get it.
Coming up on Espn, all the rookie running backs in the league, none of the combination of quickness and power that Steven Jackson has. We'll get a look at the former Oregon State star here. St. Louis, Atlanta, now.
Still fans making their way through the turnstiles. They'll be just in time to catch the start of this game. Hi there, I'm Dan Stevens.
All right, so I have the basic music on. I don't put my own custom on this stream or recording here. I normally have a custom soundtrack, but like I mentioned last time, I don't want to see that garbage copyright stuff. The Bills played last night. I did watch it, and I was pretty impressed with their quarterback play. We lost, but they looked pretty good overall. I was pretty satisfied.
He's one of the premier receivers in the NFL. He's an exact route runner, and that's crucial for an effective offense because it allows the quarterback to scan his receivers quickly and effectively. I'll tell you what, Dan, both these guys have potential to light it up today.
Well, all right, Peter, we'll keep our eye on them as the game
So, I like to see the beginning here. That's why I kind of just quieted down a little bit. I want to show you guys who may not know about this game. Vic was big time back then. This was before he had all of those legal issues. So I'm going to kick again so I can get the ball in the second half. And let's see what happens because the sliders have changed. I'm going to keep tweaking them. I think it'd be nice to actually I know there's sliders online. I have old sliders, but I'd like to get through a whole season and really try to tweak them for whatever my liking is, and then hopefully by the end of the season I can have pretty solid sliders. The only problem is that when you problem here is that when you create your own rosters, then you kind of have to. It's weird because, and that's the problem with creating rosters or downloading rosters from people, is you really don't know what you're getting, and then the sliders become like nil because the sliders become a little bit just wonky, or they can become wonky because you don't really know what how they match up against the way people made the rosters. The rosters were. I'm going to turn down the PA because I hear a lot of the. Let me go actually to default, and then let me just. Whoops. Let me go to default, and let me just drop the PA volume a little bit because I do want to hear all the other stuff here. And I just don't want to hear that music. And I don't think there's a way to turn the music off in the game. I think it's just the PA volume. So anyway, so going back to the rosters, if you create rosters that I'm going to try to go like a zone here. If you create rosters that all right, see, we're getting flags now. I swear to God, I don't think I got one flag last game. I didn't really think about it while I was playing, but I forgot to turn those up. So good. I like to see flags. I mean, there are a lot of penalties in the game. I want to take an average of what I'm getting per game and just take a look at what the NFL averages are and see how close I can get to the real thing. But going back to what I was just talking about, which were the rosters, right? So rosters. So it's like a perfect formula, like. You have your rosters, you have your sliders, you have your difficulty levels, right? And they have to match up, right? So and they're just throwing all over me. So they have to match up. So if you make a set of rosters based on a certain slider set, then as soon as you change one of those two things, it kind of starts to disrupt what you did, right? So that's kind of the hard part. That's part of the reason why I went with a pretty solid roster to just play this series in, because I want the game to come with what this company delivered, right? and they delivered a roster that was probably solid. I mean, it's a AAA company. Oh, hey, I moved on that. I hope they didn't give me a flag. What are they going to call? Pass interference. I didn't see that. Did you guys see that? Let's see that again, 'cause I didn't see anything there. Where was the pass interference? You guys tell me. Unless it was before. Like, when does he throw? That's the one cool thing about this game too. They'll throw the flag. See, he throws it right there. Look at him in the back. The referee throws it right there. So where's the flag? I mean, did I touch him? I didn't like that call at all. So that was terrible. But I did turn up the penalties to the max. They may need to come down. So we're going to see how it works. So yeah, that's the one problem I have with rosters overall. I mean, not only are they not always complete or accurate, but they're also very... so I guess Michael Vick's going to complete every single pass. This is crazy, because I think I turned down the CPU catching and passing, so that's interesting to me. So, good stop. So, well, not stop, but at least I didn't get a touchdown. I got to play some red zone D here. I need to stop these guys. They're moving the ball fast, and the Vikings were good back in this time, and they're good now, but they were pretty solid back then. But that's the problem I have with rosters. That's why I want to create my own rosters, but you know, rosters also take a lot of time to make. Way to hit them. You know, they take a lot of time and research, and I love doing it. It's just time consuming. You know, you have to be let's see. You have to be dedicated, and you have to have time, and you have to also know what you're doing, right? And I'm the kind of person that wants things to be as legit as possible, right? So, oh man, almost caught that. Damn. So I want things to be as legitimate as possible, right? And so for me, I really like to take the time to do my own, but I don't think I've ever really completed a full roster because it just takes so much time. It takes like a month or two of, you know, part-time effort on it. It's not a simple task by any stretch, you know? So you have to, I'm going to go zone again. I want to see if I can get these guys in the zone here. Okay, so he's going left. He's probably trying to go one-on-one. Jenkins? No. That was me right there, baby. Let's see that again. I want to see that again because I swear that was me. Yeah, look at that. Boom. Or maybe it hit his hands. No, it hit me. Yep. See? Right in the shoulder. So I'll take it. Good defense. Great red zone defense. That's how you need to step up. It's not about just the offense. You got to get the defense on board. So looking good, looking good. We need to keep this score down. All right, so 3-0. So what I really want to do with the APF editor, for those of you guys who are interested in it, what I would really like to do is once I finish the roster or once I finish the editor itself, which is going to take time. I know people keep asking me. I know you're anxious about it. Just be patient. I've been putting a lot of work into it. This week is not as much because I have other things going on right now, and I'm not able to focus on it at this moment. But starting as early as like Monday next week, I'll be all over it again. I'll probably do it in pieces and parts. I mean, I'm still trying to transfer over what I had in the old version to the new version, because for those of you who don't know, I basically started up a brand new application from scratch. So literally not one line of code, and I'm taking all of the code that all the stuff that I had in the old one, and trying to fill in the pieces where I can. And I'm really, that's a good little move there, but fumble. Wonder what happened. Let's see what they call here. Face mask. Okay, I'll take it. So I'm having to take, basically writing a brand new system, man. This isn't easy. So I'm spending a lot of time, and you know, it's going to cost money. So I don't know if I've talked about this yet, but it's going to be a whole new way I'm selling them or donating, whatever you want to call it. They're going to be products on my site. It's not just going to be, you know, a donation. They're going to be products, I guess you can call them. And then, I mean, I'm treating them as donations too, but you buy it, it's uh-oh. Not Marshall Falk. Hopefully it's something easy. It looks like it's his arm. I'd rather it be his arms than his legs, though. But hopefully it didn't break his elbow or something. Jeez. Uh-oh, now we gotta step. Now we gotta step on the shoulder of Kurt Warner here. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out what a good price is gonna be, because for the amount of time I'm spending on it, I definitely feel like, oh, that was a great pass, great catch. For the time that I'm spending on it and the amount of work that it's taking to do it, and you know, the fact that not everybody's gonna buy it, I'm trying to figure out the right price point. If you guys have any thoughts on what you think it's worth, what you think it should cost, hit me up in the comments. Let me know, because I'm kind of curious what your thoughts were. The old one was $10. This one's gonna have more, just around the entire like system. It's gonna be better and improved. Plus we're gonna have the season mode, changing schedule, seeing stats. Hopefully the franchise thing works out and I can have that included as well. A whole brand new UI, brand new error checking, fixed probably over 50 different to 100 different bugs that were in it. I mean, there's a lot that's coming with the new version, and you know, it just takes time. So, you know, for those of you, I wish I could buy it personally. I wish there was somebody out there doing this for me, and I could just pick it up. And I swear I would pay, for me, I'd pay any price because I love the game. So I would pay easily $100 without even blinking an eye. I mean, that's not even, to me, that's a joke compared to the amount of work that it takes to do this stuff. I'm talking like full time for, you know, for weeks. So it's a great pass, great timing pass there, great catch. Good. I want to see players banged up. This is football. This ain't two-hand touch. Good. But I want to know what happened to him, because I definitely don't want to. I can't afford to lose him. 2nd and 3. So Isaac Bruce doing. One thing that I wanted to see too was the fatigue. I want these guys to be auto subbed out, auto subbed in. I didn't even check that yet. Whoops. I want to see. I don't like this. You know, I think you should come out at like 50%. I think you should come in at 100%. I want you in when you're ready, or at least 95%. You know, I don't want you coming in all tired. All right, so let's keep it at 50, 95. See how that works, and then go from there. Uh-oh. All right, good stop. So yeah, so I mean, like I said, if you guys can kind of relate, if you understand how long this stuff is taking, then maybe you can give me some of your thoughts on what you think it would cost. What you think it would cost. That's one thing I do, by the way. Let me show you. After this replay, I want to show you how I have things set up. See if they show the replay. And I like it because you can't see the whole field, right? So I knew that Isaac Bruce was going to run a slant to the middle, right? But I don't have, one thing I don't do is I don't have zoom out right? I don't zoom it out. So the red is what's on or off. It's always confusing to me, but red means that you're on, right? Just like custom, right? You see it's red. I always get confused with that. But here are my camera settings, guys. If you like the camera settings, this is what I use, and I like it. It's closer to the field, more down, but the pass play zoom out is off, and why that's important is because I can't see no quarterback can see the entire 180 degrees from left to right. You can't see that in the NFL. Your peripheral vision is about a 45-degree angle left to right, I would think, somewhere in that range. And so I can't see. I know that Isaac Bruce is going to be going, outside, just straight up, and then he's going to go like that, and then left, right there. It's going to slant. But I couldn't see him. If you were watching the play, I could probably see like this much. I can't see him, so I'm trusting that I'm about to get hit, so I'm going to throw it, and I just get lucky to know that the timing's there. If you zoom out in this game, the zoom out is like that. It's like a crazy, like high level zoom out, and I don't like it because it kind of feels like it's cheating a little bit. So I want to go more with a realistic feel, but not as crazy as like a backbreaker. You know what I mean? Backbreaker's nuts. So before I keep going, I don't know if I even like talk to you guys. So I apologize if I'm all over the place here, but I want to go to Holt if I can in the end zone, but that tight end might be open in the middle. If not, I'll just check down to Gordon, I guess. So Y or L, let's see. I tried it. Those passes are like rocket passes. Okay, let's see what they say about Falk. This is important.
I managed to get a word with the team doctors. They said he's suffering from a hyperextended elbow. They're trying to find a brace that will mitigate the pain, but nothing seems to be working. They're listing his return as doubtful. Dan, back to you.
Okay, good. At least he's not out for like 10 weeks, based on what I'm hearing. All right, great catch. Way to make up for your contract. Brandon Manamalula, whatever your name is, I appreciate it. You just earned your spot in this team for at least a few more weeks. Good job. Way to catch the ball. I like it. Good work. Here's one thing that's a little bit odd in this game, that if you watch this, I know that he's getting, if you look at the play here, and the tight end's going almost, he's starting to go up to full speed here, and he breaks, but you know what? It doesn't look that bad. It just seems like the linebacker slowed down a little bit too much there. Like right there, I wish he would have been a little bit faster to pursue him, but I'll take it. Great play, great catch, great call, and I'm happy about that. But what I was going to say a second ago was that I really haven't even talked to you guys about this whole entire series I'm doing. And, you probably know by now, it's just going to be me playing an entire season with the Rams. I picked the Rams because I was watching a documentary on Kurt Warner, and I used to love watching them back in the day. They weren't my team, but we all know how much fun they were to watch. And so this is the year where he got traded to the Giants and started and had a horrible season. And then Eli Manning, I think, came in afterward because he was a rookie, I believe. But they traded him and they kept Bolger. And I don't recall how they ended up that season. I didn't really even look it up or anything. But I was thinking to myself, how cool would it be? Because Kurt Warner's only 33 years old at this point. How cool would it be? And he had that stint with Arizona after the Giants, right? So he had a lot more juice left. He's a Hall of Famer. Let's see. Okay, so he was a phenomenal legend, right? I mean, this guy's a Hall of Fame legend. And so I'm like, you know what? Let's bring him back to where he started all this, basically, and see. I like that block at the line, and see what he can do. I mean, a lot of the players that were there in '99 or whatever it was when he won, a lot of them are still here. So I wanted to try it again. I wanted to try it with the regular rosters so I can see photos, so I can have complete player names being said, and also, stats and everything. And and I'm having a good time. I'm having a hell of a good time. And so that's why I picked this team. And then the other thing is I want to share commentary. You know, we're not doing the, man, he should have tackled him. I'm not doing the podcast anymore. And I'm working on a lot of different things all the time. So I figured this would be a great opportunity for me to just chat and just share thoughts on everything, you know, football related, Madden, this game, you know, the usual topics, and just share with you guys this awesome game that there are a lot of people that never played it, right? Younger folks that just don't even know about it too, you know. So get him, man. He was one tackle away from just breaking it. So that's why I'm doing this. That's what the content's going to be, basically, just me commentating. And if you guys have anything you want me to talk about in the next video, just put them in the comments, because I need topics. And I mean, if I don't have any, I'll find things to talk about. But if you guys have anything you want me to talk about, I'd be more than happy to share my thoughts. And I can definitely use your help. So Marshall Faulk last season did pretty well. Didn't have a 1,000-yard season, but close. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing, and these are long videos. I think I'm just gonna make this one full video. I chopped it up in my last one. You know, I'm not really looking for like video counts. So on my channel, you know, I don't need to break it up into 20 videos. I'm gonna do one long video. You guys can watch it when you want to watch it. The reason why I broke it up originally in the first week was because I was thinking that, you know, if people don't want to sit there and stream 2 hours of a game, then they don't have to. But I put a tweet out to see if anybody wants, you know, what people think about it being split up versus not. And I haven't heard much back yet, so I'm just gonna go with the non-split version and just try it in one video and just roll with it. So it's getting harder to run this game. The running definitely was improved, so I definitely noticed a difference. See, Gordon's fatigue's already down just a little bit, but that's fine. Oh God, it's a bad pass. I thought he'd be more open. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. That's what this is gonna be about. So hit me up, let me know, you know, what you want. That's just a horrible pass. Terrible choice. My bad. Not good. I think what I'll probably do is, once I get all this stuff working and nice, I'll probably start a Bills franchise. But you know, the problem is that I don't have the new rosters, and like I told you before, I don't know, there's something about the rosters that people make. It's just never perfect, you know, it's never clean enough, and I like my stuff to be perfect. So I think my next project, or my next gaming is going to be the All-Pro Football franchise mode. I can't wait for that thing to be finished. I can't wait to get a roster somehow from somewhere and really get my Bills franchise going. And I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about that. And the cool thing about the editor that I'm so excited about is that once we get the franchise mode in, then the limits are just endless, because you can start adding in, like, you know, like, how many times did you win the championship? How many playoffs did you get to? How many games did you win? How many games did you lose? How many games did you win? How many games did you lose? How many games did you win? How many games did you lose? How many games did you win? How many games did you lose? How many games did you win? How many games did you lose? How many games did you win? How many games did you lose? How many games did you win? How many games did you lose? How many games did you win? How many games did you lose? How many games did you win? How many games did you lose? How many games did you win? How many games did you lose? How many games did you win? How many games did you lose? How many games did you win? How many games did you lose? How many games did you win? How many games did you lose? How many games did you win? How many games did you lose? How many games did how many, you know, like all these stats that we can start to accumulate. You could even start putting goals in the game. You can get crazy and you can say, okay, this is your first year as a coach, just like you have in the regular games. This is your first year as a coach. Your goal is to make it to the playoffs or win 10 games or whatever it might be. And now those goals can be like part of the editor, where it's like, you didn't meet your goal, you're fired, you need to pick a new team. I mean, there are so many endless possibilities that we can pursue with the new editor, and I'm just freaking excited, man. You know, none of that stuff's really going to be in the first version. I just want to get this working with the stats. You know, I'm going to carry the team stats and the player stats from year to year, and then, you know, when you create your new, you know, have the ability to create, you know, your new roster, or, you know, your next year's roster. I want to be able to have that working to where all the stats carry over and things are, you know, part of the I'm feeling better about this game. This game is a lot more defensive than it was last game. So far I'm kind of liking it. And even like the running, if I look at the running, which you know what, let's look at it at halftime. At the halftime, they'll show all that. So yeah, so I want to get the rosters to be able to like get recreated. I want to have rookies that you create that kind of come in and just, you know, come in and go out. You want to have people that retire. I mean, all that stuff's probably going to be like a manual process that you kind of have to work through, but it's going to be part of the first version. But even that stuff, that could be like, okay, sign your rookies, or like just auto-generate a list of rookies, you know? I mean, that stuff is definitely possible, just like in the games. You know, just like in these games, all that stuff is possible. So if we can grow that franchise mode and make it, just improve it every single, you know, every so often, right? If I can make that become like some kind of, which is what I'm planning on. That's my plan, and that's why I'm doing it. I want a foundation that we can build upon, that we can actually do something with, you know, and great catch. So, and that's part of the reason why I'm trying to think of the price, because the price is not only are you paying a price for the first release, but you're paying a price for every upgrade. And, you know, in the first one, you know, you paid for every upgrade too, but this is such a dramatic change that I have to reset the clock. And anybody who bought it for $10, I would hope that you got your money's worth. So this is just, you know, if I ever do a huge update, then it's probably going to cost money, but these smaller updates are going to be part of the package. So, you know, I want to know what you guys think before I tell you what I think about a price, and see if we're on the same wavelength. And you know, obviously anybody who wants to pay more and donate more, that's always welcome. You know, I'm not asking you guys to unload all your money for me, but I also appreciate all the comments, all the tweets, you know, just all the support that I get, the views, the likes, the subscriptions, the donations, I mean, the retweet. I mean, everything that you guys do help to bring more visibility to this game, and, you know, we need it. Oh man, I thought I threw that. Let's see if they call a timeout here. They're not going to call a timeout, so I think I'm just gonna try to do maybe a screen pass or something. I'll do this one. You know, anything we could do to get this game more visible in these 2K games. I just want that, you know. Oh man, you got to get more open than that. So now they're gonna call a timeout. So yeah, so I want to hear what you guys think. Let me know what you think's a good price. Let me know what you're willing to pay, and I just want to hear your thoughts. But oh man, he grabbed it. Oh, he didn't go out of bounds. What? All right, so they basically have one play. I'm gonna go prevent and just take it all the way back. this is cool too. I like the way they do the challenges and the booth reviews. I mean, that's pretty awesome. So this is awesome, man. I love this game. I really do. I love it. And I'm going to play. I'm going to keep playing. You know, I always go back to this game and All Pro Football. But, you know, the thing with All Pro Football is, yeah, he did step out. I thought he did. So the thing with All Pro Football is, let's hear what they say. Let's see, yeah. They're going to bring it back. Cool. So, I like the call too. Hell yeah. All right, so yeah, so I said a lot. Said a lot. So I mean, one thing I'm not seeing though is Michael Vick running a lot. That's kind of odd, right? I would think he'd be running more. Pull him back a little bit. Let's see if we can. Uh-oh. Oh no. I let him get way too many yards. I mean, it's going to be a long field goal, but let's see if we can.
Can't make anything happen after the catch. Those short throws are useless.
First down, and the field goal unit is on the field.
Yeah, that's a tough field goal. Cool, great half. Let's watch the halftime show. I want to go through these stats. But what I was trying to say was I love this game. I love All Pro Football even more for the fact that it plays better on the field, in my opinion. But this game is the full package, so it's hard to just, you know, give up on this game. And then, but like I said, once that franchise mode hits, you're gonna get a lot. I'm gonna get a lot more life out of All Pro Football, and I'm so excited about it. I mean, just the fact that you could do the schedule, and we'll talk about that next half. I can't wait to talk about that or see that going. Halftime show is awesome. I love it. Let's check it out. Look at that, man. I went from 290 something yards to negative 39 in the first half. Are you kidding me? This is a defensive battle.
Somehow, they've let their opponent hang with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Michael Vick connected with his man on this one. That set up a very long 57-yard field goal. The Falcons strike first and go up by 3. Rams later on in the second quarter, the Rams backed up against their own goal line. Kurt Warner would find his
I like that pass. I like that pass.
14-yard touchdown for the Rams. Falcons still early in the second quarter. Falcons trailing by 4. Ward, well done. Ran a terrific route here and was able to pull this one in. Falcons creeping up on the end of the half. Peerless Price had to work to find an opening, but he was able to haul this one in. And that's where we'll leave this one. Falcons are down with
Peerless Price, man. That's an ex-Bill.
And as far as my halftime hero, well, there's really no contest. Kurt Warner has played outstanding. And now let's return
Good.
to the second half.
You see? That's why they should have kept him. Just saying. Just saying. You get rid of a Hall of Fame quarterback for Bulger? Psh. Please. Come on now. I love getting the ball second half. You know, it's always hard to choose to kick. It's always tough.
7-3. Now let's get to the game. Feely kicks it.
But once the second half comes, you feel good. All right, let's see what this dude's going to do. Oh, man, I just want to get around. One time, get around these dudes. I'm clear. I'm gone.
Oh, you bet. Not a lot of action in this
I like seeing that.
ball, but even
11
though they
plays,
a single score,
11 yards. That's short.
you have to stay focused here.
Susie Culver is down on the field and has some information for us. Susie?
Thanks, Dan. Head coach Jim Mora gave me a chance to chat with him at the end of the half, and he said it's still anyone's game, and they don't plan on making any major changes to their game plan as they enter the second half. They'll regroup and see how it pans out for them. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Susie. Jordan carries it past scrimmage.
I mean, the presentation in this game, I mean, I know it's ESPN, and then you got these two commentators, Dan Stevens and Al Mike, or whatever. Dan Stevens and the other guy's name escapes me right now, but Man, the running game is just atrocious right now. I can't get anything off. Let me see those. Let me see. I'm not going to change them, but let me just see the difficulty. I mean, running, I made it a little bit harder. I made the blocking a little bit worse. And then for them on defense, I pushed the tackling up a little higher. Pursuit's all where it was. So I don't know. It shouldn't be this hard to run. Now I know I'm not running with Falk, but the holes aren't even opening up. So that to me is a little bit odd. Let me just throw Isaac Bruce deep. I'm going to try to throw it to Looker on the right. I know it's a bad pass. I want to see. I think he was wide open, man. Bruce. I know he wasn't. It's just when he turned. Yeah, I didn't know who to throw to. I guess I had a hole there, and even in the middle, he was wide open. Could throw it in the middle. That was my bad. Damn. Good defense. Bad call or bad play. Bad throw. I forced it. So yeah, let's talk about the schedule, right? The schedule is something that has never been done, to my knowledge, in all pro football. You know, I've never been able to pick a schedule. Season mode has always been you just kind of get what you get and deal with it. But now we're going to have the ability to change the schedule. That's going to be awesome. You know, you can't, I know you can't, like, you're not going to have the full 32 teams, but you can make all of the teams that are on your schedule for your team. So like for me, I'm a Bills player, right? So I play all the AFC East teams. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. There we go, baby. There we go. That's what I like to see. Yeah. That's what I like to see. Yeah. I like that. So the schedule, man, so like for me, the Bills, right? We play the Dolphins twice. Patriots, the Jets twice, right? So you play your conference player, teams twice. So I'm gonna make the Jets. I'm gonna make the Patriots. I'm gonna make the Dolphins, right? And then I'm determined to get this running game going. By the way, let's see. There we go. That's a good 5 yards. Got to earn them. I like the way the running feels right now, though. It feels pretty solid. See how much fatigue you lost. Not too much. I'd like to see a little bit more fatigue taken off, but let's see. Okay. I like these yards because they're more realistic. I think I'm going to do a... I like this play on the right. So yeah, so then, if I make every team, you play what, 16 games, right, per season, right? So if I play every team, that's gonna be like my start. Oh, great play, great catch, great throw. Clipping? Are you kidding me? Oh my God, what a play. Oh my God, who was this? Are you kidding me? Oh yeah. Hey, you know what? That's the right, look at that. What kind of game do you see that does that and shows that? That's another thing with this game, guys. And that's why I love 2K. I love what they do in this game. I know they're not perfect, but if we go back and we take a look at this play, that's why this game is just amazing to me, because even with its age, he throws it and there goes the flag. Look at him throwing the flag in the background. As soon as the flag happens, he's throwing it. The right referee is throwing it, right? The closest one, and that's the head ref over there. But he's the one that throws the flag. And that's cool. That's just like detail, the detail that I love. That level of detail that I just love and admire about this game and what 2K did with their football engine. And not only that, but this game has the balls to show replays, has the balls, and they want to present They want to show you how good. They want to, what's the word? They want to showcase, right? They want to showcase their engine. So when you have the right foundation, okay, and you're doing things the way you should be doing them, then you are not afraid to show your replays and say, hey, look at that foul. Because when you go look at that play, you can say to yourself, that was a legitimate block in the back. I mean, the guy threw him to the ground, right? That is totally illegal. So you know what? They deserve to get penalized, and that's the kind of shit that I want to see in Madden, right? It's the kind of, not even in any game, any football game, any sports game. I want to see authenticity. I want to see the game be so solid on the field, on the court, on the ice, wherever you are, that you can actually show the replays and not be ashamed of your game. Hats off, 2K. Hats off. I like that. You know, and they don't always get it right. I mean, I had a... I don't know how you drop that. I don't know why the coverage, the safety just moved away. That I didn't like. He should have attacked him more. So there's some problems in this game. And just like I was going to say, I had a penalty earlier where I didn't touch the guy, and they called the flag. But you know what? They also call flags in the NFL. See, the safety, I don't know why he was coming in. Let's take a look at this and break this down. He was coming in, and all of a sudden he just chooses, instead of going, he just fall. I don't know. He misjudges it, or something happens where he just takes that weird angle, and he tries to go inside like that instead of just going after the angle. He turns right here and comes in, and I don't understand why, but you know, at least he hit him. He bounced off of him, and he got him to drop the ball. So that's a good recovery there. I'm gonna go ahead and punt this, see if I can pin him deep. But I wanted to capitalize on that turnover, man. Damn, that penalty hurt. I mean, it's not a horrible kick, but I'm not used to this yet. At the 20, that is shit. That's some good defense right there, boy. That's some good defense. They're coming 3 wide. I have to do something about that. So you know a game is solid when they actually take advantage and they build presentation. They build presentation that highlights the game, you know? There are a lot of companies that are scared to show a replay because they don't want to show you all their faults. Madden is one of them. You can put a replay on any Madden play and you're going to see so much buffoonery going on. Just so much of it that it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Madden? Why are you doing that? You know? Why are you playing? Why are you... Oh, that was great. I read that counter. I like that. That was a good defensive move there by Javo. I got to see that again. See, I went to the left and I closed that entire gap. I just read it. Or I got lucky like a goalie, you know, like on a penalty kick. I thought he was going to go left. I figured, let me go left, and I closed that hole right up. I mean, look how solid that is. I mean, can you do that in Madden? Does Madden give you that kind of separation, that kind of individuality where you can actually change the result of a play as a lineman? Look how smooth that is. I mean, you're getting some good nuggets in this game, guys. If you guys are watching and you know, paying attention, I know these are long videos, and I love them. I love doing them. I'm not going to do quick 2-minute, 3-minute videos. That's not my style. I like to do the legit, like, just authentic stuff, and I want to show you guys things real time. I picked the wrong guy. Ooh, fumble. Get that ball. Get that ball. There you go. Who got it? Who got the ball? Oh, he got the ball back? No way. I thought I was all over that ball. What happened? Oh, man. I'm not going to challenge it. I just want to see if he got 2 steps. He got the ball there. 1, 2, 3 almost. Yeah, so he caught it. But damn, man. I thought I had that fumble recovery right there.
First down, both wideouts to the right.
All right, let's see what we got here, guys. Come on. They're going to run it. No. Good hit, boy.
Receiver and separates him from the ball.
I like this guy, man. This guy's nice.
Michael Vick has been searching for
Michael Vick's just spreading it around.
as you can see by these
But he's not doing the best. Damn, he hasn't hit that corner yet. Yeah, he is struggling. So what else am I going to say? What else? So yeah, so for the schedule, like I was trying to say for APF, you know, you have to I'm going to just bring this guy back. Arenas.
Vick throws a bullet to the flat and
You have to make all of the teams that are going to be on your team schedule, right? We all know that. And then you have to then you have to make like other teams like that you don't play that you think are going to be worth playing against, you know, that are on the other in the other conferences. And so yeah, so you can definitely try to recreate recreate a nice little season. The thing that's going to be hard is that once you pick the teams that you want for your franchise, then those teams are going to have to stick around, right? Like if you play like a 5-year franchise or 10-year franchise, you really can't switch your teams, right? So like if you were to switch to be, not if you're going to switch your team per se, but if you, let's say that you're the Bills and you want to make, I don't know, the Giants or something, right? And all of a sudden you don't want the Giants on there anymore. You want to replace them to be a different team. But you really shouldn't be doing that, because if you do that, then you're going to lose all the stats. I really can't make it to where, oh, I threw off my back foot. So you can't do that in all pro football. You get torched if you do that. So I'm running backwards and I just threw it across my body. I mean, I like the fact that the linebacker didn't suction and warp into the ball. I mean, that was pretty realistic in terms of the, you know, they allow like these small little angles to exist. And that's what you need in a football game. Every little inch counts. So you really don't want to change the teams, because if you do that, then you don't have any history, right? So that's not going to be part of the editor, right? It's going to be like, here are your teams, go for it, you know? And so that's what we have to like. That's, unless you guys can think of any ideas. I mean, oh my God, I'm going to go for this. I'm sorry, I'm going for this. Oh my God, are you kidding me? I can't even get inches? Shoot. I know that wasn't a smart play, but I'm just so sick and tired of not being able to run. God, dog. All right. That's something I had to do, and I wanted to do, and now I have to pay for it. So let's get this guy.
Falcons offense has taken the field, and they have been having a very tough time passing the ball. They have another opportunity here as they start off at the 36-yard line.
Oh man, I got stuck in those blocks. So yeah, so there's that. There's the part going back to the editor and the franchise, and you know, going to a new season. You're going to want to keep the team. So be selective with who you're going to pick. And then, you know, unless we can find a creative way around it, or if you guys want to sit there and manually put your stats, which I would never ever recommend. You know, you keep the teams you have and you roll with it, and that's your franchise. You know, I mean, there's no other real way around it. You know. The only other thing that you can possibly do, because I thought about like what happens if you wanted to swap in, like play with a full 32 team roster, right? And then just swap in the extra 8 teams. And I mean, I think it, like playing like musical chairs where you can swap people around, like that might be possible at some, I'm just trying to wrap my head around how it would work technically, you know, logistically. Like, what are the logistics about that? Like, how would that actually look? Because you would create, you know, you create your teams, you'd put them in there, but you'd have to be able to, I mean, you could do it, I think. Like, you would just, like, put your schedule in there for the 24 teams, right, for the first week. And then those remaining 8 teams that don't play, that play each other, right? You keep those separate. And maybe you can, like, export and import them in along with their stats. But, you know, that starts to get just a spider web of issues, you know? Damn. So it's not that simple to track all this stuff, but that could be a possibility we have, like, as a phase 2, you know? And that's where the community needs to kind of just do some thinking and throw some ideas at me, and, you know, and I'll try to think about solutions, right? You know, and you guys can try to think about your own solutions. But, you know, as far as the code goes, how can I turn that into, you know, if you guys say, hey, Javier, this is how I would do it, like, manually, like, just logically, this is where how I would have 32 teams in the game, then I would see if that logic can translate to a technical solution. And if it can, then, you know, and it's not too crazy of a task, then that's a possibility. And that's another thing, you know, that we can get excited for when it comes to this, when it comes to this editor, because, you know, having this editor is, and having it in franchise mode and having all of the UI changes and all that, I mean, you just open up for so many opportunities. I'm going to just stay right here. Good. Great defense. Great red zone defense. Way to save that 4th and inches that we couldn't connect. Thank you.
Well, the knee holds tight on 3rd and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
It sure was. Perfect D for that situation.
And it will bring up 4th down. This one is up and in.
Jay Feely has little trouble pooching this one through. Let's see it again. Yep, he knows that you aren't allowed to miss many of those in this league.
All right, so we're still up 7-6, and we need to get some first downs here. We need to actually get some offense, because this offense is not doing much. Let's run. Let's go. Let's get it.
Decides to take it out of the end zone.
Okay, all right. I mean, I just need I need 2 of those moves to work, and I could be off to the races. I'm kind of getting sick of these terrible runs, so I'm going to try to do some throwing. Throwing seems a little bit easier right now. Let's go 5 wide. We are the greatest show on turf. Let's actually come through with that. There we go. There we go. Let's get that clock running. Get that clock running. All about the TOP, baby. So, yeah, so the schedule, I'm really excited about it. And I unlocked this a while ago. I just, you know, haven't released anything yet because I wanted to build a full featured system. But I have yet to even, like, I've tested it. It works. Everything's working. I've put a lot of tests into it, but I've yet to use it, and I can't wait to have the real schedule in APF, man. It's going to be sick. Can't wait for that. Hope you guys are as excited as I am about it. I mean, that alone to me is huge. Just that piece alone is enough to make me get excited about it. Because up to now, it's like season mode was buggy, it didn't really work right. You know, you can try to rebuild the roster for it, but you have bugs, number one. You know, just not a lot of bugs, but something will crop up, and then you also have, damn, 3rd and 8. I thought that was like 2nd down. I thought it was like first down or something. What did I do? Not even paying attention. I need to get a. I'm gonna try to go to Bruce in the middle, man. Hopefully he's open. Yeah, way to get that catch, boy. Gotta throw to your all-stars, man. You have to. Your Pro Bowlers, you have to. So, yep. I'm excited about the schedule. And I'm excited to just get, because like I was saying, if you know, normally if you have your players, you make your rosters, you go into a season, there may be a bug, maybe not. But you don't, your schedule is like all over the place. You have to kind of like get lucky almost, you know, and hope that you, why would you fall? Get up, man. Shit. I'm going to run this clock out. That's one thing I'm not doing right now. I'm not even paying attention to the clock. I got to sit here and run this out, guys. So normally you have to just deal with whatever schedule you get. And that's not authentic, man. I like to play my games. I like to play my games just like the real season, you know? So if I can set it up to where you have the schedule working and it's looking like the real season, then boom, man, that's just going to be awesome. And then season 2, you redo your schedule again and you redo everything. And it's like, God, it's going to be a learning curve. And that's where I'm going to have to spend some time with some tutorials to just like show people how this is going to work, because I'm trying to get first downs here. I'm not just going to go with this BS running game. I do want to run the clock out, but I'm going to try to... Uh-oh. Oh, catch it, please. Thank you. Thank you, Godspeed. Good speed. Felt more like Godspeed to me. Good job. Way to go. Let's run this ball now. So... yeah, the schedule, you know, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. And I want to be able to, like I said, I need to do tutorials because people need to understand how this is going to work. It's not going to be a crazy, like, oh, you have to be an expert at every level, but you're going to need to understand the steps that it takes to take a, you know, to get a franchise started, to create your teams, all that stuff, right? To go into the second year. I'm going to try to make it as seamless as possible, right? But at the same time, I'm on the 30, so I can get a field goal if I just, you know, if I can just get some more yards here, I can get a field goal. Okay. That's fine. I'm going to run that clock out. I'm going to shoot a field goal out there, and then we'll go from there. But if I can have the tutorials, have the help, have the error logging, which I added a lot of error logging so that when things break now, I have a better idea of why they're breaking. There's going to be a log file that'll say what happened. You can send me that log file if you want to, and you can, you know, and you can tell me what you really want. Yeah, there's a little bit of a hurry here. Uh-oh, come on. Uh-oh, I might have missed that. Oh my God. Oh, shit. Damn it, there's no reason for that, man. There's no reason for that. You know, I was worried. I wanted to milk the clock, and I was sitting here trying to just milk it, and then I do that. Kicking wasn't easy in this game either, though. You have to time it. All right, so the defense. Sorry, guys, I messed up. Defense needs to step up here. Oh, give me that ball. Give me that ball, man. Good defense. Let's do this again. I'm going to skip that. I got to keep rolling. I like that defense I just picked, though. That was a dime. Let's try that again. not bad, dude. I'm going to beat this guy out here because I don't want to let people go too far. Okay, 2 tip passes, so that's 2 for 2. I like what I'm seeing. I'm going to go again. This time I want to mix up the bottom. Let's do a pinch. And let's try this again. Another zone. 3 buzz. 3 buzz seems to be working. Although I'm going to need to probably help out over here a little bit. Okay, alright. I'll take that. I'm surprised we're not doing a... I didn't want to pick that play. Oh no. Oh no. Oh shit. Ah shoot. Damn it. That's huge. I'm gonna have to let this clock run out. I mean, I don't even know what to do here. I got in there, but I mean, they don't have any timeouts left, so let's see what they do. But they're just gonna spike it probably if they're smart. Oh my God! They don't have any timeouts. Let's see if they can get it off in time. Oh my God, they did get it off in time. Oh, and he misses it for the win, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, dog. Let's go, St. Louis. Let's go, St. Louis. What a game. What an ending. Oh my God. This is what's fun about football. This is what's fun about football games. This is what's awesome. ESPN NFL 2K5. This game is so great. 14 years later, what a great game. Great defensive battle. I made some stupid, dumb choices, but you know what? Turns out in our favor. We're 2-0, and those sliders weren't too bad. You know, I want to do one more. Maybe it was just a defensive game, but I like it. I like defense over just crazy stats. So I'm happy about this. Happy with everything. I don't care if I got negative 29 rushing yards. They had a good, strong defense out there. 1 turnover, much better. Time of possession, very equal. I'm happy with what I saw, and I will continue to tweak as I go. And that's the 1 interception in the game, I think. Funny, they're not going to have many stats to show. That's the funny part. They're probably going to show my missed field goal. Let's see if I can. That's a big play there. That was a big play. I just could not connect, man. Yep, my missed field goal. That's where I thought the game was over, man. Jeez. Kurt Warner has to be. Let's see who they. Oh, Michael Vick? No. Oh, the guy who intercepted the ball. Sweet. Let's hear this.
Thank you, Chris. You excelled under pressure today.
Oh no.
You may have the ingredient your team needed to pull out a win here. What put you guys
The sack.
over the top?
I say this time
Maybe it was
and
that
time
sack.
again. I gotta give it up to my teammates. Without them, I couldn't do the things that I do on the field. We've just got a great cast of characters on this team, and I'm honored to play alongside them.
Chris, back to
Great, great interview, buddy. It's a team game. You're only as good as the next man, and the whole is what wins. Great game, guys. Great win. I'll take it. Let me just take a look at the stats. I want to see how this went down. The stats aren't perfect. So, let's see here. Kurt Warner, man, he had a nice rating. 100 rating. 13 out of 18. 72% completion percentage. 87 yards, which is low, but 1 TV, no turnovers. I'll take it. You know, Marshall Faulk left the game early, so that put a little bit of a dent. Warwick Dunn had 60 yards. That's not bad. I couldn't get anything going on the ground. You know, the defense. Let's see receiving. Isaac Bruce had a hell of a game. I'll take that. Peerless Price. Those are nice numbers here. You know, sacks were low. I like these numbers, guys. The field goals were tough. That's my fault. You know, I went 0 for 1. They went 2 for 4. So it was a great game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I liked it. Let's say my VIP King Javo saved. Let's go back. Let's just fast forward this week, and then I'll call it. I'll probably call it quits. You know what? I'll probably show the week show. I want to see the weekly report, the weekly Sports Center, and then I'll end the broadcast here. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll leave it here, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on week 3. Peace.
I'm Chris Berman. Well, let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Patriots come away with a decisive 10-point win. Chris Chambers had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Zach Bronson will be moving on from his current address, and he gets a pretty good deal to do it. 3 years, $4.2 million. Charlie Clemens got snatched up as well, and he signs a 2-year contract with the Titans. Mo Lewis is on the move as he gets a contract for what can only be referred to as crazy money. 5 years, $7.0 million. This guy is also on the move as he signs a robust 5-year contract with the Redskins.
Muhsin Muhammad pulled down 100-plus receiving yards and helped his Panthers beat the Chiefs. Rams, Falcons. Tommy Polly-Wanna-Cracker was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. The Rams go on to win this by the final score of 7-6. Up in the Motor City, Detroit, we had the Lions lose by just a single point. Down in New Orleans, we had the Saints come away with a 7-point win. The Broncos erupted for 400-plus offensive yards in their victory at Alltel Stadium. Seahawks, Buccaneers. Sean Alexander is at the 25-yard line, and boy, his line's been doing a good job for him today. And here they go again. Bounces outside, makes the move himself at the 25. Touchdown! The Seahawks win this one by the final score of 21-20. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Steelers pick up their first win of the year. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. John Lynch sticks out on this list as one of the more costly injuries. A hairline fracture of the arm is the initial report, and the doctors are saying he'll be out for 11 weeks. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. This guy is probably the one that most leaps out at you. A stress fracture in his lower leg is causing problems, and the doctors are saying he'll be out for 9 weeks. Now we'll move on to our top story of the day. Ray Lewis is going to find himself in street clothes for the time being, and that'll be a major blow to this club. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
The Eagles lost at home and will have to hit the road to meet the Lions. Redskins, Giants. Mark Bolger calling signals at his own 40-yard line, rolls, then fires a slant. Look at him go! He could go all the way. 60-yard score! The Giants win this one by the final score of 27-14. The A-Train, Anthony Thomas, stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. LaDainian Tomlinson nabbed 2 touchdown passes and helped his Chargers beat the Jets. On the east side of the bay at Oakland, we had the Raiders narrowly coming out on top by 5. Browns, Cowboys. Pete Hunter is so dangerous, he looks in the eyes of the quarterback. Look at that perfectly. It's an overthrow. And he's got it to the 15, the 10, the 5, 6 points. The Cowboys go on to win this by the final score of 20-13. And in our final game, we had the Colts come away victorious. So, 2 weeks into the books here on ESPN, here's my prime time performers for week number 2, and each is going to get a game ball. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.